Next week, we have giveaways galore. You can win a $10,000 King Living voucher. Tim's on the road and is handing out 5 weekend getaways every day.
Very cool. And we take a peek at the extraordinary Disney cruises that are coming to Australia. Why do people love them so much? And what will they cost? See you from 5:30.
The weather, brought to you by HEL&P.
The chance of avoiding a global recession seems to be getting smaller, and that's sending another wave of concern through markets. The ASX was hit today, along with everything else. 1.9% was wiped off. That's about $38 billion across the index. Mining stocks were higher, but almost all other big companies lost ground. As for currency, well, big interest rate hikes in America are pulling up the US dollar, and last night that meant the Aussie dropped below 66 US cents for the first time in more than 2 years. Since April, it's nosedived from 76 cents, and it could fall further. That's certainly not the case everywhere, though. The Aussie is at or near multi-year highs against the pound, yen and Kiwi. Next week, the focus will be on inflation and retail sales data. They could determine how big Australia's next rate hike will be.
Thank you, Chris. Well, it's time for the weather now. Alice, how's the grand final forecast looking?
Pretty good, Kate. That drizzle that was hanging around today has now cleared and we've got a dry, sunny day ahead. Today, though, pretty cloudy with the odd sprinkle. We reached a top of 17.5 degrees and right now it's 12.3. If we take a look around the suburbs, you can see that little bit of shower activity through the southern suburbs, and then a little bit later it came through up north, but it kind of missed the city. Really, those places that did get a little bit got less than a mil or two too. If we look around the north, you can see a little bit of action sort of flickering through there too. A reasonable drink fell over the mid-north, in particular late this afternoon. But the best falls today are actually through the Riverland. Renmark has just recorded 8 millimetres in the gauges late today, and that storm has now moved over to the Victorian border. Here on the satellite, you can see that low is moving on and a high is coming into play, bringing us our lovely grand final forecast. But look at all of this over on the east coast. As we heard earlier, there are more showers and flood warnings tomorrow for already rain-soaked areas of Queensland and northern New South Wales. Showers also tomorrow for Sydney, Canberra, Hobart, Melbourne and Perth. By contrast, back home, dry and pretty sunny through the north tomorrow. Tops ranging from 17 at Clare and Maitland up to 31 at Cooper Pedy. A little more cloud through the south, but plenty of patches of sun there too. Tops in the mid to high teens right across the board. Just the one marine wind warning for the far west coast tomorrow. On metro waters though, those winds are swinging around a bit, becoming variable in the afternoon at 10 knots and seas at around a metre. Across Adelaide, take a look at those sunny icons there tomorrow. A beautiful day in store. Light winds and tops of 17 degrees are pretty well everywhere. 18 up in Elizabeth and 16 at Mount Barker. In the city tomorrow, sunny, light winds and a lovely 18 degrees for grand final day, which is just perfect for any outdoor barbecues that you've got planned. Looking ahead though, on Sunday, a dry start and 21 degrees, but then we've got a front arriving, which will bring some rain in the afternoon and evening, and then those temperatures will start to come back somewhat. Showers hanging around Monday and Tuesday with a possible shower on Wednesday. 17 degrees all the way through, really, before things start to clear up and then warm up slightly towards the end of the week.
It's looking good for tomorrow. I'm very excited. Thank you, Alice. And that is 9 News for this Friday. Thank you so much for joining us.
A current affair follows, then Will McDonald has your weekend covered. Have a great evening.
Good night.